Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Biblical Stories Unveiled Podcast. I'm your host, Alyssa Lockhart, and in today's episode, we are going to be kicking off the start of a new series about the multiple sacred scriptures that, for some reason, which we're not sure of just yet, have not made it into the canonical Bible. Today's focus is going to be all about the remarkable character named Thecla. She was an early Christian woman found in the Acts of Paul. As many are already aware, Paul was a very captivating character within biblical times. Thecla, who lived in Iconium within the 1st century AD, changed all societal norms and left an everlasting mark on early Christian narratives. This episode will include Thecla's encounters with the Apostle Paul, her baptism, her challenges, and her steadfast commitment to the Christian virtues. When she first heard Paul preaching right in her hometown, she was so influenced by his message that she neither ate nor drank for 3 whole days. She then makes the courageous decision to break off her engagement with a man referred to as Tyrannus and commit herself as a lifelong devoted disciple. Paul was not looked at favorably for preaching about this unknown God. The townspeople went to Castilios, the governor, to have him arrested. As soon as Thecla gained knowledge that Paul was behind bars, she went to him, bribing the prison guard with her valuables in exchange to enter Paul's cell, where he then preached to her for 2 whole days. Upon her mother's disapproval of her behavior, she ordered the town to capture Thecla and have her burnt at the stake. However, a miraculous storm starts, extinguishing the flames, leaving Thecla unharmed. During Thecla's journey, she encounters a powerful man by the name of Alexander, who becomes totally infatuated with her. When Thecla refuses to take his hand in marriage, he accuses her of wrongdoing and to have her arrested immediately. They had Thecla thrown into a den of lions and bears which belonged to Alexander. The Lord intervened once again, causing the animals to turn against themselves. Shortly after, Thecla, being the only person known to baptize herself, did the ritual in a pool of water filled with wild seals. Not surprisingly, Thecla was again left unharmed when the seals floated to the surface, dead. In later years, Thecla lived a secluded life in a cave, performing cures and spreading the word of God. Many people of the town would come to her for her blessing and her healing. This caused great conflict and jealousy throughout the doctors of the villages. They then traveled to the caves to locate Thecla in an attempt to strip her from her celibacy, which was known significant to her. When they arrived, they confronted her. She asked, "What do you want, my children?" They responded with, "We want to have our way with you." The Lord again intervened from above, providing a distraction to the men. The Lord moved a boulder within the cave, which allowed Thecla to escape. The intruders were only able to grab a tiny piece of her veil. Despite her facing of imprisonment, torture, and even death threats, Thecla remained resolute in her faith, demonstrating the divine protection around her. Her story serves as a testimony of her courage and her commitment to what she believes in. Thecla peacefully passed away at the age of 90 years old. She was buried beside the tomb of her teacher, the Apostle Paul. I decided to do my research on Thecla. I just found her journey so intriguing that I wanted to learn more. I also was very curious as to why her story wasn't put into the canonical Bible at all, and why her story was kind of kept like hush-hush. And when I interviewed my minister and family members, nobody knew what I was saying. So I was like, I knew then that I wanted to do my research on her so I could kind of spread her word. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Biblical Stories Unveiled. Be sure to tune in next time, where we'll be uncovering more hidden texts that were not placed in the Bible. Until then, may you all be blessed with strength and faith like that of Thecla. Bye.